Maria, how are you tonight?
Oh, hi, Charles. I am okay, but I'm on pain. I'm not feeling well.
You've had cancer for 8 years, which is a lot longer than a lot of people, and
Yeah.
that's a really good situation in one way. But are you going to keep the same attitude in the future? Do you see that as the way to go?
I'm trying to be more happy and back to my life as I used to have that very happy. Even though I'm not happy every day, I'm trying to smile with the pain. And the most important is I don't want to think about my health,
Do
and
you believe
because
you have
it just
more pain now than you've had in the
oh yeah,
in the last 6 months?
I was limping on and off, and today I couldn't walk. I can't use my right leg, and then I end up to be in the wheelchair today.
Mm.
And then and then until I've done my medical examination, and then my carer picked me up. He put me on the wheelchair, back on the wheelchair, and picked me up close by outside the building. And then I could hardly get in the car with my right leg. And then when the same thing when I came home, and then after I had a sit there in the lounge for a little while, I had a rest. The more I sit longer, the more I have pain on my legs and on my body. And after a while, I standing without the using the stick, went to the toilet, and I said, "Oh, I can walk. I get better. I feel better, and I can use my right leg. And then I said, "Oh, I hope that it won't stop me
It
up
was only
again."
temporary, you hope.
Yeah,
Temporary.
I don't know, for some reasons that it's on and off, make me limping, and today like
Have you
happened like
seen a doctor about that at all? About that situation for your leg yet?
uh not actually, because I'm tired of going to for consultation, this and this and that. All I'm gonna do is just stay positive,
Mm.
and I don't want to think about my terminal illness and my mental health condition. I just, because even though I'm not thinking, it comes in my my head. And also I can see my son
So
leaning
you
on
put a lot of
the.
your long-term jeopardy down to positive thinking.
Yeah, because I already not thinking about my situation, and even though I'm not thinking, it's already, I'm suffering, extremely suffering of this situation that I could hardly understand anymore. And I'm tired of helping myself because I've done everything already. So it's tiring.
Mm.
I'm sick and tired, and also I'm sick of taking the medication. Um, I put it on my hand in the morning, hands full, and I feel like eating peanuts. And they're big capsule, like even vitamins. Is too much for me. I'm glad now I'm only
So
taking
you do
the.
get tired of the medication routine every day. You have to take so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
pills in the morning, so many at lunchtime, so many at night, so many before bed.
And then the most important for me, I just take the script medication from my psychiatrist in the morning and at night, and then the backup if I really get worse. But then even my vitamins, ju- I got lots of vitamins and this and that. I'm tired because even the fish oil big one, the magnesium big one, and so many vitamin D3 and plus K2 whatsoever, so many of them, and I have to take every day, and too much for me. I feel like, oh,
Mm. Yeah.
too much. to me, if I'm taking only my script medication from my psychiatrist, I can count them only few. So I just focus on that one because I don't want to be in the cuckoo head and end up to be on the street picking up rubbish. You know, like from the beginning after my son died, I feel like like a headless chicken running around looking for help, and nobody helped me. Everybody stepped all over me, and that's already worse than ever I experienced. I never experienced that in my life, and then people called me gold digger or whatsoever and stealing money from somebody. I never steal a single cent in my life of 62 years. But people even like, me, if somebody
So
told me,
you're going to admit it tonight.
I'm sorry,
You're going to admit it tonight
yeah,
that you're 60.
about what?
That you're 62.
As,
You're 62.
yeah, and because me and my children, the way I brought up my children, they're not allowed to tell lies. So I'm the leader. I'm the good example. My children expect me that I have to be the number one honest, right? So there's no lies
No, I know, but
between two
I'm
of us.
joking because a lot of women
I know.
they don't want to say how old they are.
I hate when people make stories against me. I hate that, and I never do that to anyone. And now I don't really tolerate anyone who oppress me and discriminate me and criticize me or treat me like nothing and so disrespectful. Because if you one is around, nobody come close to me. I'm under protected. He was my God, he was my security, he was everything to me. No one can tell me anything. He jumped in front of me.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell people?
I would like to tell people just don't do anything wrong to others. If you don't want others do anything wrong to you or against you or making bad stories that is not true, don't do it to others. Right? And don't tell a lie, because especially on the affidavit, don't tell a lie that can conflict the final affidavit. And taking advantage of others when they are on the moment of grieving and mental health, taking advantage is not good, because in that moment I was shocked and I didn't know what to do, and I was watching them loading the 2 cars with my son's stuff. My son only died 2 days ago, and in my culture, nobody is allowed to touch anyone deceased personal belongings until 40 days.
I didn't know that.
That is terrible. And they're not even, filling up and the cars with my son's 2 cars with my son's stuff. It's not very nice, and someone taking my son's van while my son had only 3 weeks before he died, and telling me bullshit and say, oh, it belongs to our business, which I have the certificate of the registration only on my son's name. Yeah, and I went to the transport registration, and they give me a paper to sign because the justice of peace want to witness my signature, and I declined because I was innocent that time, and you know, and they said to me, "Oh, they're gonna put me on my name because I'm a mother." But then at the end of the day, because they said they claimed that it's belong to them, even that alone to myself, to my son's name, you know. At the end of the day, after they drag it around for so long, they can't keep it because they can't renew it. They don't own it.
What would you like to say to other cancer sufferers before you go tonight?
Yeah, I already mentioned it to the cancer sufferers that to make you feel better and stay positive and not feeling the pain when you feel sick and have feel feel the pain in your body. Don't stay on the bed and supporting the pain of your illness, because the more you stay on the bed, the more you feel weak and the more lazy to move. That's only my suggestion, but you don't need to listen to me if you don't want to. But what I'm doing is I don't want to stay on the bed. I just want to go out, and go somewhere, and not feeling the pain. Like when I do activities, I scream too much, out of my zone, or being sad and feeling the pain. So I do many different activities like what I'm doing on my YouTube, um, without the script, and just do things without thinking, you know.
What
Um,
have you got any advice for them of what's helped you with diet? Do you think?
my diet, I already now I I don't really want to at the moment. I'm doing a new diet, because I want to improve my health for good and kill the cancer, and also my mental health. I'm trying my best. I'm not fond of eating lots of meat. I don't know why. Maybe I'm over it, you know. Um, but I eat a lot of green leafy vegetables and fruits,
And uh,
and I don't drink.
you're eating a lot of
I don't
salmon.
buy.
Salmon.
Yeah, salmon and fish. I like fish
Mm.
than steak or pork and chicken. I don't know. I'm over chicken. And when I cook steak, I only have a little bit, you know. And then but when my son taking me out, I'm craving of steak. I don't understand myself why when I cook steak I don't even try it, you know.
But when you go to a
Um
restaurant, you eat steak. When
yeah, when I go to the restaurant I'm craving of steak. Yeah. But I like fish all the time, you know.
fish is good for
But
you.
yeah.
They say if
Um
you've got cancer, you shouldn't try not to eat a lot of carbs. You know,
yeah, and then
or sugar.
just a protein, lots of protein and fiber. Like yeah. I'm not I don't like much egg. I don't know. Some only when I feel like, but very rare, and uh just whatever I feel like, I go shopping at the Asian shop, um and also supermarket, Australian supermarket, and this and that. I bought a lot of variety of groceries and vegetables in Asian shop and fruits, and then also I have big garden outside, organic, and you can see it on my blogs. And when I'm not feeling well and I'm not on the mood, there's time that I go out the door to start my day, and with Casper, like Casper with me. And then I look and see, and see my seedlings, if my seedlings shoot up, and see some of the fruits if there are recovering, because some of the fruits tree I transplant them, and some of them takes a while to recover, and I check them, and the vegetables, if they're growing well, I'm happy, give me a smiles on my face, everything I do and whatever I do in my vlogs is a part of my inspirational journey that, make me happy.
What
I'm
about
trying my best.
what about beverages? What do you suggest for drinking?
I don't buy much soft drinks anymore, but
The pomegranate juice was good.
yeah, I like that one, but I'm over it, and now I drink cranberry. It's good for to soften our urine come out,
Mm.
Yeah, it's good for the bladder, the cranberry. Yeah, and then I I make smoothie, fruit smoothie, and then sometimes I make like gel gelato ice cream with the fruit smoothie, and lots of green leafy vegetables, and that's my fiber to eat with the fish, and now I learned to eat only a little bit of rice,
Yeah,
um
because rice is a carb.
and it's a cancer food, um and no much sweet. I don't buy much anymore
Yeah,
soft drinks.
you should not have sugar, is what they say.
Yeah, yeah, but we can't always, like, whenever I eat junk food like biscuit or whatever I eat, what sort of
You
snacks.
have a little
Um,
breakout sometimes, like everybody.
yeah, and I think I said to myself that, oh, it's a good medicine, so to make me feel positive and making me feel better.
Mm. Mm.
So the most important is stay positive. Don't think about you're sick, you got a cancer. I don't care. I don't really want to think that I have cancer. That's why when I go out, people look at me that like I'm healthy. They think I'm young, but you know, I don't need to tell people or have a signage on my forehead and say, "Oh, I have a cancer. Oh, I have this mental health problem." Everyone has different kind of, here in Australia, that depression, anxiety, trauma, or anything, PTSD, ADHD. It's normal because it's not an accident or whatsoever. It's just like this kind of situation I have. It's just happened after my son passed away. So I wish I can give it away, but I can't. Even I already been many rides, scary rides, and looking forward to blow this all away, and still here,
Yeah,
it's still here.
you're an 8-year survivor, now headed for 9 years and more.
Yeah. Yes.
You're starting to break.
So that,
You're starting to break records.
yeah, and I hope I can kill it. Not only breaks, I can kill it. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to kill it. And my inspirational journey is a break time of myself, of great sufferer in my situation. You know, it's sad. I'm just like standing at the edge of the highest mountain, and about to fall down the cliff. That's how I feel all the time. You know, that's why there's time that I can't. It's hard to put up with my life. My life is very precious because I have my inspiration of my youngest son, you know, Johnston. I want to be around him, you know, until he get old, and I want to live longer, you know. And because he got no other family except only me and his dad, and losing my eldest son and his big brother is a big loss, you know. And I can't accept it, even I force myself. Doesn't matter if I smash my head on the wall or on
Yeah,
the
but you've done
concrete.
very well because a lot of people in your situation would just collapse long ago.
Oh yeah,
Long ago.
because yeah, because I'm resilient, and I brought up my kids to be strong, and especially Yon was the eldest one. You know, it's not that easy to bring up boys, especially that I'm a small mom, and I can see that they're gonna be a 6-footer kids because the dad is 6-footer. So I know that they're gonna be way taller and bigger than me. So, you know, the way I brought him up, and I give them everything, you know, all my time, always for them, look after them very well with love and care, you know, not to spoil them and to let them do what they want to do, even that it's wrong, you know, and not to let them boss me around and tell that like other kids show disrespect to their mother until they become an adult, until their mom gets so old and they talk back and so disrespect. They think they're feeding their mother. My children never treat me that way, and I never heard my children swear at me, you know,
No, that's good.
and never, you know, tell lies at each other. Sometimes we joke each other, but we take it back, and we know each other if we tell we make a joke because I can see, you know, you're not telling the truth, because we know exactly if we are honest and don't tell lies, you know. We can sense the reaction. The reaction is opposite, you know. Yeah. So that's the way I brought up my children. You know, children respect me so much the way I respect them because they're boys, you know, and I treat them like an adult, and make them be respected by others, you know. I'm showing the good example to them, because if we a mother or the girls don't respect the boys or the sons or the father or husband, the neighbors or others will show disrespect at them, you know, because boys is always to be respected, especially when they are an adult.
If other
Yeah.
cancers if other cancer sufferers want to ask you questions, are you happy to answer them?
What is that question?
If other cancers see your video and would have a question for you they'd like, can they ask you a question?
Yeah, anybody is welcome to ask me question or contact me about, you know, my experience. And but then only the problem is I have problems of concentration when most of the time I have a moment of, especially every day, I don't
But yeah, but
go on my
they
YouTube.
could ask you just in the comments. They could, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
the comments. Yeah. And then yeah, always somebody remind me if I have comments on my blogs or my YouTube channel. So, but then even they give me notice. Most of the time I can't. If I'm not on the mood, I'm stressed to go there.
They would
You
realize
know.
that. They would realize that. That
Yeah, but if I replied late, please understand me because I always reply, but most of the time late. Plus, also I don't log in the Facebook anymore. I don't even update photos or whatsoever. It turns me off because some of my subscriber anyway on the YouTube, they're not my Facebook friends, and my Facebook friends and my friend personally, I thought they are my best friend. They don't subscribe, they don't write down any comments. Even my family, even the family that I used to support, they don't write their comments. They don't share
so it'd be nice
my
if
video.
people who watch this video could hit the bells and the subscribe so they can get new information from you.
Yeah.
Because you're on a journey of 8 years with breast cancer, stage 4 breast cancer that's gone to the bone, and this is what you're dealing with. And
Yeah.
you're happy to listen to other people in the same situation, and you can confide in each other and help each other in some ways.
Yes. And they must be strong and on your delete. I delete that cancer in my mind, and all my illness I delete. So even I delete and don't think every day, it comes in. It comes in on my picture and around me, and in my body. So how much more if I think about every day?
Okay, Maria. Well,
And I would like to say thank you for this interview, and thanks for everyone who subscribe me and sharing my videos and make a comments and like my videos. So if you like my videos, there are a lot of playlists that you can watch.
that's right. You have adrenaline
Yeah, and
videos. You have theme park videos,
yes,
cooking videos, many different
yes,
topics for people to enjoy and look at your journey and you know, many different interests for people. So and
yes, that's right.
and you also have a camaraderie with other cancer sufferers that can view you and see you as an inspiration to keep going. You're
Yes,
a good example of that. So hopefully they'll get on board and follow you.
yes, I hope so. And I really appreciate their time and their efforts to watch my videos and like and everything they do in supporting my channel.
Because as you
Yeah,
know, with life and what you've been through, it's not all a bowl of cherries. Not every doctor you
no,
meet is going to be helpful. Not every doctor you meet is going to be a nurturing type or tell you the right things. You're up against all of
mm-mm.
those different things. Medications affect different people in different ways. It might help one
Yeah,
person but won't help another person. There's so many obstacles and things that you will experience that you've been through, and
yes,
you're still carrying on with a positive attitude. Like what I've got from you tonight is you put the cancer behind you and you move forward. You
yeah.
don't believe you've
Yeah.
actually got it.
Yeah, don't believe and pretend that you are healthy and this and that,
And
and
if you wallow in pain or think you're laying in bed, that's the worst thing. Get up, get out, and
yeah,
get
and I
going.
don't I don't think about anything before I go to bed because I have to take a sleeping tablet anyway. And if I'm like I have to make my to entertain my mind all the time. That's why I never run out of data on my plan, because when I'm on that sad moment, I can't stand to be alone. And then so also, my dream was having a puppy. But since when I bought a kitten to my youngest son, and then I realized that a kitten or a cat gives me a lot of enjoyment. And when I'm not in my moment, you know, the I pass by on Casper, and then if he's relaxing or having his moment, I tease him, or I grab him and dance with him and do anything with him.
So you'd
You
recommend
know,
that
but
if there's a cancer sufferer there that's by themselves, that they get a pet.
yeah, they get a pet
That'll help
if they want
their
to.
mental health and take them
Yeah.
out of their own mind, if you know what I mean, about
Yes.
worry all the time.
Yeah, that's right. And with Casper, because I brought him up, and he's well disciplined, and he's really good cat, and he's clean. He like having a bath since when he was little. I said to my son, we let him get used to have a bath, so because some of the cats scared of water, and they don't want, never had a bath or shower, but Casper love it. And when he's and also when he did poo, I always check him and clean him, and his tail and this and that, and his hands and his feet always clean, you know. And I treat him like a human. Like when he's sick and had a block on his nose, I feel like taking it away from him. And then I was thinking, what can I give him, or let him smell with something to make him sneeze, you know. And then I have the olive leaf extract. I used to because that is also you can use for the cat. I put it on his food every day and mix it on his food to prevent him from getting a cold, but that one is not working. One before I give it straight into his mouth, you know, and I mix it always on the food. He always have a block on his nose. And my son thought that, oh, that's a virus that he can have it forever. But since I give him the leaf extract straight into his mouth, and that one disappeared until now. He never had a block on his nose anymore.
Okay, well,
Yeah, and then yeah, and Casper is very playful, so we get used to it and always play. Every time he see me, he run away and expected me to play with him. He is a good therapy. And now I changed my mind. I don't like to have a puppy anymore. I'm happy. I with Casper, but then it's not my own cat because I give it to my son as his birthday presents last year. But then my son understand me so much, and he said to me I can have Casper while I can't find my own cat that I like. So he let me keep Casper, you know. But now Casper is not here because he take him home last week, and he said, Mom, only for nights. And then he said, tomorrow he'll bring him back. But we're still looking for my kitten. Yeah, my son is very understanding. So, you know, I'm proud of him that he understand me that Casper is good therapy for me, because once I play with Casper, and you know, Casper make me happy, and he can hear my laughing moment, my happiness. He can see me smiling face, not with the pain, you know. Yeah.
okay, well, we're going to
Yes,
say,
all right. Thank you everyone for watching my videos. Please make a comment and please like and you know share if you like my video, because there's lots and lots of video to watch. But then I got also lots of video to be edited, but then I'm waiting for my mode to get concentration. Okay,
okay,
everyone.
good night.
Have a good night and enjoy your weekend.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.